Hi Stitchy friends! My name is Lauren and welcome to my channel, Stitching in the Stacks. This is a channel about cross stitch, so I'm going to share with you my cross stitch that I've done over the last month. Welcome back to all my returning subscribers, friends and family, and a big welcome to those who are viewing for the first time. So in August, I feel like I made quite a bit of progress for how busy I was. It was a very busy month with getting ready for back to school. Friday actually was like welcome back day. So my building was open and many families came and found out who their kids' teachers were, dropped off their supplies. My library was open, so a bunch of kids came in and got to check out books for the start of the year. So that was a really good day, really long, but really good. This week has been full of all sorts of stuff, just lots going on. On Thursday, for example, I got invited to a back to school social in Verona, and I got to hear First Lady Dr. Jill Biden talk at that, so that was really cool and such an honor. So yeah, just been really busy with back to school stuff and excited. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a really good school year. But cross stitch, that's what we're here for. So I'm going to get started right away with my cross stitch. I do not have any finishes this month. So surprise, surprise, I've been busy and I didn't get anything done. But I did start 3 new projects. So why don't I show you those to start off? So the first one is a stitch along. It's a mystery stitch along, actually. I don't know what the whole piece will look like yet. And it's through the Stitching Book Club. So they do different mystery sales around different books, a lot of like classics especially. And this one is for Anne of Green Gables. So far I finished part 1, and this is what it looks like. So this is on a 28 count even weave that came with the kit. She hand-dyed it herself. And the designer is Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, or the store, but you'll find it under that or Stitching Book Club. So the color of the fabric is just a beautiful like buttery yellow. And I just love the details in this design. The florals, just gorgeous. So, really love that. And they just released part 2, I think on the 1st of September. So that'll have another strip down the side, and then it has a big panel in the middle that actually shows Anne. So I'm excited. It looks really cool and can't wait to stitch that. And the kit came with all the flosses I needed. There's also a design for a bookmark. I haven't had a chance to stitch yet, but I'm excited to do that as well. My other August new start was for Colorado Cross Stitchers Summer Camp project. And I decided to do Colonial Blooms by the Scarlet House. I haven't stitched a Scarlet House before. And the prompt for August was stitch on something new. So it could be a new pattern, new designer, new style, new anything. So I chose this one because I haven't stitched anything by that designer, and I've never finished anything on a board like that. And I got the board that goes with it. So, and it's actually cool. There's 2 patterns. They're the same pattern, but they change like out the colorways for a little bit for the board version versus the pillow. So I did not finish. So the goal for summer camp is to start and finish something in a month, but I did not get mine done. It's tricky to stitch on this dark fabric. It's hard to see sometimes depending on the lighting and time of day, but I was happy I did get all the flowers on the top done. So I'm happy with my progress, and we'll be excited to keep working on this in the future. So I just have to finish like, the vase, the bowl, I don't know, the flower holder. And then there's a bird on each side of it. So that's what I have left. And I actually think that won't be too hard to do. So maybe that'll be finished soon. We'll see. So those were my 2 August new starts. And then I also had a start just yesterday for September. So September is my birthday month. And this year I'm going to turn 30. So I decided to start 3 projects in September for my 30th birthday. And I picked 3 projects that I've been meaning to do forever that I just absolutely love, and this is just a good reason to stitch them. So the first one is Raven's Needlebook by Lindy Stitches. When I first saw someone stitch it on Instagram, and I just was so upset that I couldn't get it. It was like a kid exclusive. There were no more kits. I wanted it so bad. I just love the little ravens. I think it's funny with the shiny things with all the stitchy needles and scissors and all of it. I just love this. So it's a needle book. So when you stitch it, it will be like all one piece, and then you fold it into a needle book and sew it up. So I started this just yesterday, and I got 400 stitches done on, oh, that's not it. So the Raven's Needlebook is in this book of patterns called a spooky book. So it has 6 different small patterns related to, a lot of them are like birds and kind of Halloween-ish patterns. But I started this raven right here. And this is how far I got on them. And I'm stitching this on an 18 count vintage Swigert. So I like the white and gray modeling on it. And I'm doing all the called for threads, except I did swap out the red pink that I'm using for the tomato. I think I forgot to say that Colonial Blooms, this one is on a 32 count gunmetal linen. So I love how like aged, and yeah, that one I love too. So that is my new starts. So I had 3 of them. It's kind of weird that I didn't finish anything, but I started 3 more, but I'm happy with the progress I'm making, and I did, especially with my whip go earlier in the year, I have finished a lot of stuff this year. So next, my whips, which is my works in progress. So other projects that I touched as well this month. They're not in a particular order, just anything I worked on and got from 200 to 2,000 or whatever, got some progress in. So the first one is Dog Lessons for People by Lizzie Kate. I think I just worked on this maybe a day or 2, but I continued going across the top and working on Dog Lessons for People. So I love stitching on this one. And does it have what kind of fabric? I don't have that on me right now, but I really like whatever I'm using for this. Just feels really nice. The next one, I don't think I have the cover photo for, is One Nation. This was one of my Whip Go calls for August. So it'll be the whole flag. For each of the stars is like a quilt star, and there will be all 50 of them. And then I went down and did this white stripe. So before this, I had the 13 colonies done. This month I've been working on the white stripe, and I have Vermont, Kentucky, and now I'm on to Tennessee. So I did work on this for my whip go. I feel like I didn't get as many days as I wanted to, so I do want to work on it another day or 2 still. And keep making some progress on that. I'm gonna put stuff down here for now. Okay. Next piece I worked on, I just worked on this a day. This is Always Remember by Plum Street Samplers. And I used all the called for flosses, but I am doing it on a fabric flare. This is Fabric Flare Stormy Sea. So this is where I'm at. So I worked on this poppy and then I started this one as well. I really find this fun to work on. My grandpa always liked having getting poppies when the Legion was selling them. So kind of reminds me of him, and yeah, it's just a special fun piece to work on. So yeah, that's my other patriotic piece that I worked on. Next, I have Frogworts Year 2 from the Black Needle Society. Yes, we're up to year 4 already, and I'm still on 2, but continuing to make progress, steady by steady. This piece is a good if I do like challenges and stuff, because there's so many different motifs. So I'm doing it all on one piece. So up top is year 1, and then here is year 2. So I finished the Whomping Willow. I've been working on the border a lot on the bottom. Then I'm working on this big spider now. So that's where I'm at for that one. So then next, I don't know how many this has been. I haven't been counting, but I know there's 7 total. So the next cross stitch piece I worked on is And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. And I did switch out the saying on this. And it's a big one. Let me unfold it for you. Here it is. I'm just going to hide behind it because it's so big so you can see it. So I love all the details. There are so many DMC colors in this. It's just, yeah, ginormous. But it's so detailed, so good. So I did finish another page on this. And I think I just have maybe 3 pages to go. And one of them's partially done. So getting pretty close on that. And that was also one of my WhipGo calls, and it called for 10 days, and I did work on this 10 different days in the month, so really happy with all the progress I made on that one. And then my last project I worked on was Napoleon crossing the Alps. So here he is in all his glory. And I worked down here on this corner page. I feel like I made a good progress, but I'm still not done with that page. Like, it feels like I'm so close, but there's so many confetti stitching that there's really still quite a bit to go. So, but I'll finish that page one day soon. Sooner or later. So that's that. Whew, so those were all the projects I worked on. So I feel pretty good about that. Like I said, I've had so many like meetings at school and just stuff going on. But yeah, still got a lot of stitching in. So we'll see what September brings, if I get quite as much done or not. I'm not sure. So for September, to start off, here's my WhipGo board. So the pieces that are filled in are goals that I met in previous months. If it's highlighted on the outside, it's something that was called, but I haven't quite finished my goal yet. So for September, and WhipGo, what it is you make your own bingo board with different goals and projects you want to work on. And then each month they call 2 different squares. So for September, one of my projects that I'll work on is Watch It Snow by Waxing Moon Designs. And my goal is to work on that 5 days over September. And this is where I'll be starting from. So I really think I will be able to finish winter on top. And then I'll go down to the next part, which is cuddle up with your bow, and it has 2 little snowmen. So I should be able to get them started with 5 days progress. The next one that was called for September is the 2020 Friends and Family Stitch Along from Fox and Rabbit. And I started this in 2020, and this is how far I am. So good thing that it's on my Webco so that I can make a little more progress on this. This fabric is hand dyed by Rolanda, and so is the threads. So I do enjoy working on it. And it's called the Friends and Family Stitch Along because you actually stitch initials of your loved ones right in it. So it's kind of fun to kind of pick and choose who you want to add on there. But yeah, so I think it'll be good. I'm going to work on that for 5 days as well. And then One Nation, I mentioned that I said 5 days, but I still have a little bit more work that I want to put in on it. I didn't quite make that goal last month. And then earlier this summer, Autumn Doodles was called. And I like this. It's little. It seems like it would be quick. I don't know what my deal is with it, but I just struggle with it. And I decided to do 2, one for me and one to gift. But just not making as much progress. I don't know. It's just not as fun as I thought it would be to stitch on. So I still need to work on that a few days as well to make my goal as well. So, but if I do work on that one, I'll have a bingo. So I'll have 5 in a row because it's right in the center. So I really need to get that one done. So those are my Webco related goals. I showed you one of my new starts for my 30th birthday. The other projects I plan on doing are in the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee book. At the end, there is a cross stitch pattern called the Shine On Cross Stitch. And my aunt finished this a few years ago, probably when it came out. And I just love the colors in the cross stitch. It's so pretty, just looks really fun. So I have some white Lugana to stitch it on, and then it tells me the DMC, so I'll do it in that, and I'm excited to start that one this month as well. And then my third new start for my birthday is, I've wanted to do this really for years, and I'm gonna start it because it's a special occasion. So let's start it for my birthday. It's Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Samplers. So isn't that just gorgeous with the stone house, the pretty stars, the pumpkin patch, the flowers? Love. So I'm stitching this on. Sorry for the bag noise. Let me see, does it say what fabric this is? Okay, I don't know where oh, it's 32 count Covered Bridge by Legacy Fiber Arts. So I think it'll be really pretty on this fabric. So I can't wait. The floss for it is just gorgeous. Excited to start that one finally for my birthday. So September, we'll see how much stitching I get done. I definitely will stitch for sure because it's kind of how I relax and have some time for myself. But I know it's going to be a busy month with being back to school. Next weekend, I'm going to be in Madison for 2 days. What else? My birthday's coming up. Each month, my department does trivia together. And this month, we're going to try a new location because they have Name That Book trivia. So I'm excited for that. I think that'll be really fun. So lots of fun stuff coming up. going to be a really busy month, but I think it'll be a really good month. So, oh, and my husband's going to be gone bear hunting for a little bit. So, yeah, really busy. I didn't get too much, I guess I did get reading done, but I don't know if I read that many books that I like love enough to share. One kind of interesting book that I don't think is like everyone's thing, but I appreciated and enjoyed was The Dogs That Made Australia by Guy Hull. If you like history and you're super interested in like different like Australian specific dogs, I think you'd enjoy it. Otherwise, yeah, I feel like it's a very select audience that would like that book. I have been listening to the Lord of the Rings books on audiobook, and I really would suggest listening to them narrated by Andy Serkis. He's the Serkis. Did I say it right? Anyways. He is the actor that plays Gollum, so he does a really good job. It's fun. He sings the parts that need to be sung. Like, he has the voices for all the characters. It's just really amazing. Though, his Gollum voice freaks my dog out. She's not sure about that. It's kind of funny. Also this month, I met up with one of my stitchy friends, and we went to a get-together and stitch event in the Twin Cities area, and then we went to and visited 123 Stitch is the online one, Stitchville, USA. I don't know why I get confused between those two. I got a ton of fabric there. So I got some, this is Heirloom by Needle Bling linen, and I got this in a 32 count. And I have a pattern in mind for this. I really want to do Ribbon Thief on this. I think that would look really cool. The other ones, I don't really have anything specific I want to stitch on, but I just love them. This is Pumpkin Pie, also by Needle Bling Designs. Perfect autumny color. It's a little oranger, I feel like, than it's showing up on camera. This is a Fabric Flare Smoky Blue. Again, I don't know what I'm stitching this on, but I just love blue fabrics. And then I did get some 32 count opalescent fabrics. I don't know if you can tell that they're sparkly, but I like the opalescent for like Christmas ornaments. I think the sparkles really add to it. My friend had 2 copies of a Halloween Tiny Town, so she gave me one. So maybe I'll start that one in October or before then. So we'll see. The Tiny Towns are just so cute. This is a new release from Primrose Cottage Stitches, Autumn on the Farm. You know me, I love fall, love all the colors. Excited to stitch this eventually. It's just so good, like so good. And then I've been seeing this one. This is probably a little different than a lot of the things I stitch, but I just love the colors in it. It's the 4 Elements from Satsuma Street. I just think that would be really fun, really colorful to work on. I mean, it's ginormous. It would take me forever, but super cool pattern. So excited to stitch that eventually. So I think that is all. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good September and happy stitching. Bye.